oldest daughter let me borrow. Here's a lovely drawing. So, I have a few notes. Okay, so, are you ready? Are you ready? Let's begin. This is in no particular order. I just want to say that first and foremost. Yeah, there isn't one show that I prefer to the other, and my genres are typically drama, psychological thrillers, true crime documentaries, and things like that. I don't really like action, no, or comedy. I like some comedy, but it's not my go-to. I have to be in the mood for a good comedy. So, here we go. The first one is a documentary. It is a true crime documentary, and it is called The Staircase: Accident or Murder. After the mysterious death of his wife, author Michael Peterson watches his life go under the microscope. There is a lot of discrepancies in this case, and things continue to unravel as you continue to watch. Michael Peterson's wife, Kathleen Peterson, was found at the end of their staircase, lifeless, on December 9th, 2001. This documentary takes you through the trial. It is a very addictive true crime documentary. There is a possible motive and a possible missing weapon involved that suggests Michael Peterson may have something to do with his wife's murder. So yeah, as you continue to watch the show, there's going to be, of course, secret unravels and evidence, and yeah, it's just a really good show. Again, very addicting, and you just want to watch it through. You want to watch the end, watch the conclusion to see what happens. The next one is Brain on Fire. This is a movie. This movie stars Chloe Grace Moretz, and it is about a young woman who is stricken with seizures, psychosis, and memory loss. This movie is based on Susanna Callahan's memoir, Brain on Fire. So she wrote a book. She is a young New York Post reporter who visits doctor after doctor in search of an elusive diagnosis. She undergoes so many tests, and at one point they misdiagnosed her with bipolar disorder and then schizophrenia. Her symptoms include being in a trance state, seeing people and hearing voices, hypersensitive to certain noises like water dropping from a faucet, numbness on the left side of her body, and eventually they do figure out what is wrong with her. So there is a happy ending to the story, but I will say that although I liked the movie, I got a lot of anxiety watching the movie just because there was a point in my life where I had very similar symptoms to what Susanna had, and it was kind of hard to just kind of like revisit those feelings. So it was kind of close to home. It was really good. Just for me personally, it was a bit hard to watch. And I mean, that's never really happened. I've watched movies that have certain topics that I have dealt with, and I've never felt that anxiety. So it was very, very different. After having Luna, I got very sick, and I had severe memory loss, and I lost lost mobility on my left side. The left side of my body was completely numb, and I suffered from irritability. Like, every little thing bothered me, every little noise. It got really bad to a point where I thought that I was going crazy. So I totally understand how she was feeling. Very helpless. But yeah, very good movie, and very good book as well. Okay, so the next recommendation is a movie called The Boy. The Boy, The Boy, The Boy, The Boy. And it is about a nanny that is hired by a couple to look after their boy. And she is shocked to learn that her charge is actually a doll the couple treats like a human. How would you feel if that happened to you? That would be so creepy. I don't really like dolls to begin with. So this is a psychological thriller, and I put this on my list of recommendations because of the twist at the end. The ending was pretty good. It stars Lauren Cohan, who plays Maggie on The Walking Dead, and I love The Walking Dead, so it was a nice treat to see her in a different role. So, yeah, The Boy. The next one is 7 Seconds. This is a TV show. This is an American crime drama, and it follows people involved in investigating the death of a young African American boy and the boy's family as they reel the loss of the boy. A Caucasian police officer accidentally hits Brendan Butler, which is the African American teenager from Jersey City, with his car. Jablonski calls his friends on the force to the scene. They assume Brendan is dead, and a cover-up ensues. Racial tensions explode in the face of injustice and the absence of quick resolution of the case. Now, this is a good show to binge watch, but keep in mind there is only one season and they are not going to renew this. But it was good and well worth it. Okay, this next one is another true crime documentary, and this one is called Evil Genius: The True Story of America's Most Diabolical Bank Heist. So again, another crime documentary. This story starts with the grisly death of a pizza man who robs a bank with a bomb around his neck. And it gets weirder from there. The pizza man was Brian Wells. This was a high-profile case in 2003. This case was referred to as the collar bomb or pizza bomber case. guilty pleasure. I love Riverdale, so I'm catching up on that one. And then 13 Reasons Why. I love this show so much. It's so heart-wrenching, so sometimes it is hard to watch, but so good. So I still need to finish up season 2. And then Marcella. There is a season 2 to that. And I mentioned Marcella on my first video. So the next one is The Rain. 6 years after a brutal virus wipes out most of the Scandinavia's population, 2 siblings join a band of young survivors seeking safety and answers. So this is a show. Together they set out on a danger-filled quest through abandoned Scandinavia, searching for any sign of life. Set free from their collective past and societal roles, the group has the freedom to be who they want to be who they want to be. They discover even in a post-apocalyptic world, there's still love, jealousy, coming of age, and many of the problems that they thought they'd left behind with the disappearance of the world they once knew. Does that not sound amazing? It is such a good show. Okay, this next one is called Travelers, another show. A federal agent tracks four people who suddenly seem to possess entirely new personalities, leading to a startling discovery about humanity's future. Hundreds of years from now, surviving humans discover how to send consciousness back through time into people of the 21st century, while attempting to change the path of humanity. Isn't that crazy? The travelers are FBI Special Agent Grant McLaurin, the team's leader; Marcy, a young, intellectually disabled woman in the care of her social worker, David; Trevor, a high school quarterback. Why is there always like a jock in the mix of things? Why? Carly, a single mom in an abusive relationship, and Philip, a heroin-addicted college student. So that is the group of travelers. And I think there's about 24 episodes, so that's a big show to binge watch. So this next one, though, only has 6 episodes. This one is called Requiem. In the wake of a sudden tragedy, a London cellist unearths secrets that link her mother to the disappearance of a young girl in a small Welsh town. The young girl went missing in 1994, and 23 years later, the story takes place with the cellist by the name of Matilda Gray. This is another TV show. It is called The Colony. Not The Colony, it's just called Colony. C-O-L-O-N-Y. And this one is 23 episodes. When LA is invaded by outside forces and becomes a walled-in settlement, a former FBI agent and his wife risk everything to find their son. So, it's about a mysterious alien invasion and the hunt to find their son. So, it's really good. The next one is called Collateral. is called Anon, A-N-O-N. In a near future world where there is no privacy, ignorance, or anonymity, our private memories are recorded and crime almost ceases to exist. In trying to solve a series of unsolved murders, Sal Freeland stumbles onto a young woman who appears to have subverted the system and disappeared. She has no identity, no history, and no record. Sal realizes it may not be the end of crime, but the beginning. Known only as the girl. She must be found before Sal becomes the next victim. Done. This stars Clive Owen and Amanda Seyfried. What up? Okay. So, the last movie is called The Open House. A teenager and his mother find themselves besieged by threatening forces when they move into a new house. They move into a beautiful vacation house of the mother's sister, placed in the mountains, very secluded and creepy. After a horrible accident, which I won't say, the house is actually for sale, so every Sunday there is an open house, and that is when strange things start happening. So this is a thriller. It stars the actor who plays Clay in 13 Reasons Why, and I absolutely love him. I will say that I liked most of